Yo, 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 welcome to the Just Talk Show. And as you see, we can have ladies talk tonight. What makes a good wife? You know what I mean? We got a couple lady guests tuning in. We're gonna let everybody introduce themselves and you know what I'm saying? We're gonna go ahead and get into this topic. We want to hear from all the ladies. Y'all like, subscribe, and y'all chime in and comment. We want to hear from everybody's aspect. What y'all think? What do y'all think makes a good wife? Let's get it. Welcome to the Just Talk Show.
Yo, 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 what's going
What it
on,
do?
world?
What
This
it
is Just
do?
Talk Junior.
Yo, yo,
What's
yo, yeah, we
going
got
on, Guest Queen?
yeah, we got Queen in the building. Welcome to the show. We happy to have you.
Glad to be a support.
And I think we got Miss Alexandra. She's probably away from the mic right now, but we're gonna go ahead and get into it. So, CJ, let's go ahead and expound upon this topic, man. Let's hear it. We want to hear from the male aspect and the female aspect. What do the females think makes a good wife, and what do males think makes a good wife? You know what I mean? And we see P Diddy in the background. You know what I'm saying? We know what he think already. Let's get it. Just talk.
Yeah, everybody, this is Just Talk Junior. And today I was just sitting back and I was just pondering on, hey, man, what you think makes a good wife? And then me and SG got to talking. And I said, you know what? That's a topic we need to bring up on the show because everybody got a different perspective of what's a good wife. So if you're referring to me and what I'm looking for, the outside is going to initially catch your eye, the look and everything, her swag or whatnot. And then once you get into these conversations, then you're going to find out if this lady will she make a good homemaker? Will she be nurturing to my children one day if we have decide to have children? Is she financially stable? Is she just gonna be looking at me as a money bag? So these are some criteria that I would have when I'm if I was in the dating realm looking for me a wife. And the things that I said, initially the eye is gonna be attracted to beauty, but beauty will fade in time, just like a nice shiny car ain't gonna always be shiny. So these are some of the things that I'm looking for. Next, once we get into a conversation, I'm gonna be saying, "Hey, what do you think about what's your method of raising children? Did you get spankings when you were little, or did you just have to go sit in the corner, or that was something that's you never knew about?" Cause me, I grew up in the '80s, and my mama always said, "If I spared a child, if I spared a ride, I'm gonna spoil my child." So she always with my butt. So I don't want to be going with somebody that's a different opinion. Cause when my son or my daughter step out of line from things they know they're not supposed to be doing, I'm gonna put them back in line because I'd rather correct them than the world correct them, and they end up as a criminal in jail, labeled as this or that on the third. So I think you're supposed to have that type of discipline coming from your house. Other people think, hey,
Okay,
you're
so
supposed to get
let me
disciplined
ask
with.
you this, DJ. So you coming from a more traditional aspect. You looking for the traditional things in a wife. You know what I mean? A good woman, a good housemaker. You know what I mean? A good a person that's gonna set a good foundation. That's what you basically saying. Just talk.
Yeah, yeah, that's what I'm looking for. I'm looking for a traditional woman. It doesn't have to be my mama because ain't nobody gonna be that. But at the same time, I'm looking up to that's the bar. You ain't got to hit that standard, but you better get almost close if you trying to be with me.
I heard that. I heard that. Okay, so some men might be looking for certain things in the wife. They might look for beauty. They might look for, you know what I mean, the other things. This thing called the high value male. They want to go out here and, get the, the women that, that's already look good, but may not have know how to cook, they might not know how to clean, they might not know how to be a mother. So, different people looking for different things, you know what I mean? So we do have a couple of ladies in the house tonight. You know what I mean? We're gonna have a couple people joining, hopefully in soon. So Miss Queen, can you jump in and we're gonna pose the question to you. What do you think makes a good wife? Let's hear from Quinn.
Well, can you hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you loud and clear. Just Talk Show.
Okay. Um, I would say what makes a good wife is you have to make sure that the woman you're talking to is a fully grown woman. You also have to make sure they are stable because you have some out here that is just looking for a handout. And also you have to look at how she carries herself and the cleanliness, of her. If you meet a woman and she has a junky car, something is wrong with that picture.
So you comment on the aspect of the way the presentation comes, and which is very important. Woman cleanliness, how they present themselves, where they carry themselves. But there I ask you though, let's say a man, right? Me as a man, I probably can like look over your car junkie if we can get along without arguments. You know what I mean? Maybe I should look. I can look into my wife as a person that we can we can have good communication with. What do you think about that?
Okay, communication is the number one key. And me, I'm not married. I have a friend guy, but at the same time, if we don't communicate, how do you know how each other feel?
Okay, just talk show. So okay, so what would you say overall? If you were, if, let's say you was a man, what do you think a man would be looking for in a wife?
Well,
Pose that question to you.
I'm not sure. It all depends if he have himself together. Because me, before I actually grew up, I was stuck on, oh, I just like black dudes, dark skinned dudes. Um, good looking.
Feedback on. You got mute up. You got some feedback somewhere. Come.
Skinny mute they mic. Skinny mute they mic,
Me
whoever
and my
that is.
mic. It might be me. It might be me.
Okay, so I had to learn to look over how, if you're dark skinned or if you're light skinned. So if I meet someone, you do have to be able to communicate, as I said, and just be a little open.
So what I want to say to you, Miss Queen. So are you looking for guys like you said? You mentioned dark skin and light skin, and you mentioned like how women presents themselves. Are you more of a surface value type person? If everything looks good and perceives good, you know what I mean, which is great because if it looks good, it's probably good. You know what I'm saying? Is that a main thing that you look for? You know what I mean? Even
No,
though we're talking about wives, so what would a man think? Like, okay, you know what I'm saying? You know, I would say the phrase "everything glitter ain't gold." What do you think about that? Just
that's
talk show.
correct. That's correct. Everything looks good. It's not always good. So if you're
Okay, okay,
communicating and talking with each other, then that should open up a little more spectate.
okay. Well, we're gonna round back to you. You know what I mean? Because I definitely want to pick your brain a little bit more. Because I definitely going somewhere with this conversation. Maybe y'all probably got it and don't. You know what I'm saying? But we got the professor just entered the building. I sure hope he got his mic right. Was I don't know what's going on in the background, and then I don't know if Miss Alex she done got her thing right. So we want to hear from them next. Whoever queued up, you know what I'm saying, ready to go. We can hear. I know the professor ready to go. Just talk. Let's get it. Professor. You in there? Professor ain't in the building. Okay. So look, since we ain't got Professor or we ain't got Miss Alex queued up, I'm gonna go ahead and give my take on a good wife. Like I said earlier, you know what I'm saying? I think communication is the main thing. You know what I mean? I can sacrifice the presentation, you know what I mean? like I could, you know what I'm saying? Every man wants to go for the woman with the, you know what I'm saying, with the beauty and you know what I'm saying, the looks and the, you know what I'm saying, the body and all that. But for me, if I would choose a wife, you know what my main thing I'm looking for is loyalty. I don't care how she look. If she loyal to me and she, you know what I'm saying, she know that I'm the person that, you know what I'm saying, that we can build a future and it's me or her against the world. And you know what I'm saying, you have a level of endearment for me, and I have a level of endearment for you. And you know what I'm saying, we definitely, you know what I mean, we definitely want and need and dealing with each other. That's the type of life I'm looking for. You know what I mean? I done been with fine women, I done been with, you know what I'm saying, some that want that fine. You know what I mean? I kind of like the ones that ain't that fine a little bit because they gonna treat you a little bit better. But at the same time, I'm not gonna want to get with a wife and I'm sitting up here like not attracted to her and I'm getting with, you know what I'm saying, and I'm feeling like I didn't want to step out. Why would I set myself up for that? So I feel like it's a balance of both. You know, so I'm gonna make sure I'm attracted to my wife. She gonna, you know what I'm saying, be there with the physical thing, but definitely communication is key. Now I don't know if we got Queen, if you want to respond back, or CJ, or whoever, the floor is open. Queen, I guess I'll let you respond to that. Since everybody seemed like they got on the bathroom break.
Oh,
Okay.
I'm here, bro.
So yes, you are right. Now, if you meet a woman and you have to be able to tell that she's willing to, work with you on whatever situation or problem you have. And that's a part of growing. And a part, loyalty. It's hard to find loyalty in people. So
Well,
if
yeah, well, I
you
feel like that'll be the best. That'll be the best characteristic for a wife is loyalty. Number one, loyalty,
That's true, but it's hard to find.
because people are loyal to themselves and to their, and then females are loyal to their emotions. So it's definitely hard to find.
Correct.
But Junior, CJ, can you expound upon that? Can you go ahead and give us your guru
Yeah, man.
aspect? Because you know what I mean, I already know.
Well, like I said, you hit the nail on the tape on the head, man. Because if you ain't got loyalty, you ain't got nothing. I'm going out here, you know what I'm saying. Whatever occupation I'm doing, I'm going the hardest to, you know what I'm saying, so I can bring the best back for her. So in turn, I would think, you know what I'm saying, if anything go on with me, sickness and health, you know what I'm saying, that you got my back the same way I got yours. So that's the whole initial purpose of starting this relationship, to go somewhere with it, not to, you know what I'm saying, just play around and waste each other's time, man, because life is short. People don't appreciate it enough as it is. And then to just be wasting women's time like that, I don't play with women's time like that because they have a clock, man, that's in their head that me and you don't know about that sync. They're like, hey, I got to have this by this time, this by that time, this by that time. So they operate different than us. Me and you work basically off instinct.
My
Yeah,
bad,
so
bro. I
we
didn't mean to
work off
interrupt you,
more
but
off
I think maybe you were
instincts,
speaking
man.
about the biological clock.
Yeah, that's what I was speaking on. You know what I'm saying? And you know, women have the same ambitions that we have as well, but sometimes that stuff get kind of shelved if they get into the wrong type of relationship. So, you know, that's something that they also are figuring when they thinking about this helpmate, this mate that they're potentially can get with.
All right, all right, all right. So I think we got Professor back in the building. Professor, did you get your mic and shoes together, man? What you got going on, man? Let's get a mic check and see what you want to say about this topic. Building. I think Professor's having technical issues today. But okay, so since we got the professional having technical issues and we got a little back, we got a little feedback in the background. I guess we're gonna keep this episode short for the audience. Us is the Just Talk Show. You know what I mean? We're trying to bring different content to the audience. If y'all with us this long, you know what I'm saying. We appreciate you. Make sure y'all like and subscribe. And we definitely trying to reach out to the women. We growing our women audience. We want to hear from all y'all aspects. You know what I'm saying. Please comment on what you think the question presents itself. What makes a good wife? You know what I mean? Us as men, we always giving our takes, but we want to hear from y'all as well. You know what I mean? And if y'all want to chime in and potentially be a guest on the show, we're cool with that as well. So
Hey,
like I
I want to say,
like I
can y'all?
said, we get back to Queen. Oh, go ahead, Professor.
I was gonna say, look, I was at a baseball game. I'm sorry, you know what I'm saying, representing them Braves in the building. You know what I'm saying? But we got a new team in the building. Maybe you can see the hat, maybe you can't. But I think a good wife comes down to it comes down to a lot of variables. But the main thing it comes down to is trust. What do you have at home? Can you trust what you got? And can you trust at the end of the day what's gonna make you happy? You know, there's a lot of variables that goes into that because you got to go into the situation of if you're going in with a woman as a because she fine is mine, fine. If it's all about the physical attributes, then hey, you'll get what you get. But it's more than just the physical attributes. It's about the mental. And the mental ain't right, and that goes more into the man as a woman as well. But it's the mental that got to be right. I don't want to be long winded about the process, but the whole point is the mental got to be right. If the mental ain't there, hey, what we doing this for? Because at the end of the
You're
day,
exactly right.
the
You're
beauty.
exactly right. But let me ask you, from a man, let's go and get to the nitty gritty, man. It's a Just Talk Show, man. We ain't gonna play around. For a wife, what do you look for a wife? Do you just you sacrifice good mental cognitive skills and communication for you know what I'm saying, for looks? I mean, would you like, or would you go for a retarded bitch with with a fat ass? I mean, just I don't know.
If
Would you
you
go for a crazy, like some women be toxic and crazy. They look good, but they toxic, they crazy. But you know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Speak to that aspect.
if you're going for the physical attributes, and then all your mindset is about just the physicality, then you get what you get. But if you're going in for more than just the physical attributes, because the first thing is you're not gonna get with a broad that you got no physical attraction to. Like everybody want to sit back and be on some political correct shit, you know what I'm saying? But if your ass ain't in a relationship from the first part, the physical, it's gonna be a little different. And everybody don't meet the same physical attributes that you're looking for, and those things can be convoluted. I mean, girl got a fat
And
ass.
you
She
know
got
what? And you know what? I don't mean to interrupt you, Mr. Professor, Mr. Ray. But I think that has to been said, man. Yeah, man. A man gonna want a woman that's gonna look good and gonna tickle his fancy, and you know what I'm saying. Even if she's not Cassie, or you know what I'm saying, a supermodel. But even if you had a couple babies or something, but you gonna want to come to home to your wife and be happy. I know me as a man, I'm just gonna be honest. If I'm picking a wife, the first thing I'm thinking about is physical. Somebody that I can, you know what I'm saying, be intimate with, make love to, and you know what I'm saying, I'm gonna be satisfied. It's gonna hold me down. You know what I mean? That's and then you know what I'm saying, I'm gonna want to have kids and build stuff. But I'm not. I'd rather have a woman that I can fuck the shit out of for the rest of my life than a good credit score. What you think? uh,
See,
what would
look
you
at
rather
you.
have?
You
Credit
you
score?
you think you
Uh,
thinking about one thing.
yeah, I am. I'm a man. I'm sorry. I'm a man.
Yeah,
I apologize.
so you have to look past it. You got to make a woman when you're talking to her. You got to make her, feel like she's wanted.
Of course,
hey,
if
hey,
she's my wife, I'm definitely gonna make sure she wants.
I feel that the wanted part is always definitely there, but at the end of the day, the physical aspects is always gonna be there as well, because you can get with a woman
Okay,
and she
okay, okay.
weighing
Let me ask
one.
you this: is it feel, Miss Queen? Is it feel like she want it or really want it, and then I'm gonna let Ray finish. Like, you know what I mean? Because I'm thinking this is different. I can make you feel like you want it, but am I really wanting you? You know what I mean? And what you gotta say about that,
You
Ray?
got to make her feel like she's wanted, and you got to mean it, and you have to mean it that she's really wanted.
Well, look. It's a two-way street. You can go down a fucking highway and it's got two lanes. You got one going north, one going south, or maybe one going east, maybe one going west. Thing is, you're going different directions. The thing is you want to have is everybody going in the same direction. Now, the problem that comes in with the relationships is that most motherfuckers don't want to look at the holistic picture. They're looking at, oh, she got a fat ass, she got some big titties, or she can do this for me. You know what I'm saying? It's a manipulation aspect. Relationships come down to it's a 50-50 thing. And people get that misconstrued because a lot of our women, and let me be clear, our women are not trained, and it's not a knock on any woman that's in this building, in this conversation, but our women are not trained to be mothers. I mean, they're not trained to be wives.
Wise.
They're
Let's
trained to
say
be
be
mothers.
wise. So
They're
okay,
trained to
so
be mothers.
look.
Trained to be mothers.
Let me. Yeah, you're right. Especially black women, especially like you know what I'm saying. Maybe the Mexicans and stuff. We don't get to the race. But so that's here's to the question: what makes a good wife? What attributes? If you four things, and when we ain't talking about all the quasi stuff, I'm talking about name four things that came top of your head. What makes a good wife? And we're gonna hear from the fellas first. CJ or Ray. What make four attributes of a good wife? Surprise, top of your head. CJ
You
might
I'm
asking
gonna
be
me a
out.
say
So
question,
I'm gonna
or you
start with that
asking me a
loyalty.
question?
oh,
I'm gonna
go ahead, CJ. Then you
I'm
get
gonna
it,
start
Professor.
with the I'm gonna start with the loyalty. That's the first attribute I'm looking for. Is she loyal to me? You know what I'm saying? Can I trust her? You know, with my bank account, is she gonna run off on the plug twice? You know what I'm saying? So that's the first thing. Cause this person might have to move for me when I'm stuck in a situation or something. What if I'm in a situation like behind the wire and you know I need you to move my funds over here and come get me out? Are you gonna go get your hair lashes and you know what I'm saying toad did, or you gonna leave me locked up? You know, so that's
If
the
she got
biggest one.
if I got a question, now not no disrespect what you're saying, CJ. What I'm saying is, if I got to question the fact that her loyalty is about her selfishness in regards to getting her fingernails done, and fucking toenails done, and her fucking eyelashes, we already got a problem because majority of our women that we experience got fake fucking eyelashes. As one brother put it to me the other day, he said they got the motherfucking cum catchers. You know what I'm saying? Like that ain't no
Hold on,
shit I'm
sir. Hold
looking
on,
for.
sir. This is a lady. Hold on, sir. Let me meet you. This is a ladies episode. We're gonna be ultimately respectful to these ladies, even if they is catching cum
Yeah,
with their
yeah,
brows.
disrespectful.
We love them.
We're not, yeah,
We're gonna be ultimately
we're not
respectful
being
to these
disrespectful.
females.
We're not being disrespectful about
Calm
that
down,
part.
sir.
What I'm getting at is, yeah, what I'm getting at is those are things, the lingos that brothers will express to another brother in regards to our black queens. And our black queens, unfortunately, like to have. Now, I'm not saying the black queen that's on the show with us tonight is doing the same things. But what I'm saying is our black queens like to have those extended that same time one damn reason. What we look at is I look at them and I call them window washers as far as
Look,
when they got them big
me
eyelashes.
me personally, me,
Damn it.
me personally, I ain't got no problems with no fake eyelashes. I like them. Bring all the fake eyelashes you want. I put some on my wife. I buy her a set of them. Me personally, you know what I mean. I think it's attractive, and you know what I'm saying. It's not a deal breaker for me. You know what I mean. Even if, oh man, even these women nowadays, they got body enhancements, they got surgery, they got makeup, they got everything that what I'm saying, that they can do. You know what I mean, to attract a male, especially if they got a little money, they can get their body done. Us men, we got to have our money together. We got to, what I'm saying, work out. We got to work a little harder. You know what I'm saying, have our teeth clean. You know what I'm saying, have a little motion, have a little play about yourself. But ain't nothing wrong with no fake eyelash. But look, so
Yeah,
look.
it is. Yeah, it is. It is a mentality.
Since you
It is.
got the flow, Professor, since you got the flow, go ahead and give me. You interrupted CJ because he only started his one loyalty. Go ahead and finish it off. What are the other three things or the four things that a man looks for? Not politically correct, Professor. With your girl riding with you in the car, what does a man look for in a wife?
A man look for in a wife. If y'all can hear me, can you hear me? Do you hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you.
Give me feedback. All right. What a man
We
look
can
for
hear
in a
you.
wife is, can she hold it down as far as saying, if I ain't there, damn, I left my fucking magnet. I want. If the woman can hold it down, if the man goes through a procedure or a process where he might be down for a minute, can she hold it down? Can she be able to take care of the bills?
Well, that's kind of
Can she?
what CJ was saying with the loyalty thing. He kind of expounded about that when he said he's behind the wire. Let's get some more other things. What are you looking for? We said that now. We get that. We're gonna need her to be down. You get sick or we ain't at our best. We're gonna need you to be there.
Hear me, hear me,
That's
hear
number
me,
one.
hear me, Skinny. Hear me on this part. Loyalty does not mean that broad gonna hold you down. That does not mean the same thing because she may not have the fiscal awareness in regards to the monetary aspect. I need a woman that
So
makes
you
sure that
saying she
she
gotta be so you saying she gotta be intelligent, she gotta be like a capable person. Is that what you're saying?
why, why would you want to get with somebody that's fucking dumb? That's asinine to yourself. If you don't get with
I
somebody that's
mean,
got comprehension it's not about intelligence. It's about comprehension. Because comprehension is different from necessarily intelligence. A motherfucker can be smart as a motherfucker, but have no comprehension skills when it come down to what's really going on. So you have to understand it's a difference about comprehension to necessary loyalty, because she can be loyal as a motherfucker, but she ain't got no comprehension skills, and she fucking up the bread. So you gotta differentiate those avenues when it comes to that. At the end of the day, you gotta look at, like I said, it's levels to shit. It's straight levels to look. It's not just about the comprehension level. It's about the physical attributes that you're looking for. It's about, are you looking towards the future? Do you got a short plan or you got a long game? That's really what it comes
okay,
down to.
okay,
You got to.
Professor. Now we got these ladies in here, and we've been sitting up here spilling our thing for a minute. I think that we like you said, CJ said about the loyalty, and you saying like intelligence, capability. What do Miss Queen and I don't know if we got Alex back in. What do y'all have to say about that? As a wife, do you feel like these things are important? Like these men have said, number one would be loyalty. Number two would be capability. Are you capable of handling things? Uh, you know, let's hear from the ladies. Just talk.
Yes,
And we got the
they are
ladies in the building.
important, and you also have to. Are they independent in the such?
Exactly. Handle yourself. Exactly.
Correct. And I want to talk on you.
Go ahead, let us speak, Professor. Go ahead, let her get it.
I want to talk about you. You saying something about eyelashes? Okay. Boom. So you meet this lady, and she have all these features. That means you like them, right?
She got fake
Right,
ass,
right. You
fake
like
ass. No, I'm not. I'm not rocking with that because it ain't showing me who she is. It's just showing me what she want to be. And I mean, that ain't who
Okay,
she is.
that's
hold on,
true.
hold on, hold on, hold on. I'm lost. So you saying like about the eyelashes? What is that even a big deal? Like most women have like they get their makeup done, they have eyelash. That's the thing. I
Hey,
just got the
hey,
nails,
hit me on
so I
this.
don't think that's like
Hit me on this. Give me on this response, SG. If the woman is saying to you that she's saying like, "Hey, I want a real man," but at the end of the day, she got everything that's fake, fake hair, fake eyelashes, to the BBLs or whatever the case may be, then we got a real issue. You know what I mean? So it's not it's not about the fake. Who are you? What are you trying to attain? If you're not trying to attain, who you are, and we cutting off the young lady that was speaking, the queen that was
Yeah,
speaking.
yeah, yeah. I
But
was about to say,
all
yeah, yeah. Let's go and let her get it, bro. Don't be long. Look on, let cause she just asked the question. What were you saying about the eyelash? Go ahead and keep it short.
yeah, I'm just saying that straight up.
Go ahead,
If you
go
want a
ahead,
real
Queen.
man,
What was the question that you were proposing, Queen? What exactly is it? What before we cut you off? We
No, I
apologize.
was just saying. So it's a part of okay. When you say communication, that means you need to let her know. You want to see the natural her. Hold on one.
Oh, okay. So you saying it's not nothing wrong with a like if my man want to see natural, I don't want to see you with the weave, I don't want to see you with the what I'm saying, the fake eyelashes. What I mean, I want because what I mean, me as a man, I do like natural beauty. What I mean, as well. I don't really, what I mean, I do get that. I really do, and what I mean, but it does look good. But I look at the person. So what else, Queen? If we can ask you what do you think? Let's say we coming up with a list. We already named two things. What would you say what makes a good wife? If you was looking from a male's aspect,
you,
what would you think a male was looking for as a good wife? Let's get number three. Just talk show.
yeah, if
Okay.
you looking,
We
Productivity.
got Queen got the flow. Queen got the flow.
go ahead.
She has to be. I know she has to be able to, get up and product herself. You don't want nobody lazy because
Mm-hmm.
I'm not lazy. I got to get up and get it because for one, I'm very independent, but I had to learn
But but when
to let a guy, you know, help
But
you out
y'all,
sometimes.
but what you think that I don't mean to interrupt, but what you think that's part of being capable? I mean, what I mean, like getting up and doing stuff. That's like kind of like
Well,
being a capable person.
I mean, being capable is just like, oh, well, I'm back. Being capable, I would say being capable and being independent would be two different things from a mindset, like just speaking as a mindset point of view, depending on how you think on certain things, like how your priorities are built as a woman. So I wouldn't think that would be like the same thing, being capable to do something and being independent.
Okay, so what would you round it off for if you would say the third or the fourth aspect? I don't know if you heard the question that was proposed. What would you think that from a male's point of view, what you think they would be looking for in a wife? Now we just said loyalty, we just said capable that they can hold it down. And then she said, I guess what what I'm saying, not the lazy thing, cleaning up and what I'm saying. Now I tried to say that was capable, you saying it's not. So what would you say a whole different fourth is, Miss Alexander?
I I
What
say
do you think a
inde-
man is looking for?
I would say to round it up as a whole independence in general. Because if I feel like as a to find a wife as a woman in general, if a woman cannot do for herself, and that's just personally me speaking, if a woman can't do for herself and have her priorities together alone, then there shouldn't be anything she should be worried about. And I feel like she just doesn't have her priorities together. Cause I was listening a little bit. I came in a little late on the lashes and stuff and like the hair. As far as that, I wouldn't see a big deal with that. That's just personally me speaking because I keep my lashes done and I keep my hair done, but it's never over the top or anything because everybody has their own point of view of what natural is. But I mean, it is a give or take with with certain things on it.
Okay, so
I
I
agree.
want to challenge you. I want to challenge you a little bit before we get a little more point, a
Hmm.
little bit more in depth, and we get anybody else. I want to ask follow up with this question. Since you said that, it's I guess it's more about, the traditional thing and what was you saying again? Like about damn, I just lost my train of thought. What was you were saying that what was it? Somebody help me out.
Tell me when I said
Well,
being like capability and independence aren't the same thing.
Okay, yeah, yeah, yeah. So I was thinking like, okay, well, you were saying like about a wife, she's being independent. Now, do
Mm-hmm.
you think from a male aspect, if he's picking a wife, do
Mm-hmm.
he really want somebody that's independent that can function without him?
Oh,
Because when
hold
you think
on.
about a wife,
Well,
you think about a helpmate, y'all merging together.
I'm glad you asked that question.
If
I'm
you're
glad you
picking
asked
a
the
wife,
question. So,
I would think that
from
you'll
a
want somebody that needs you and wants
yeah,
you.
yeah. No, listen.
Not nobody
Yeah,
that's
you
independent, like I
would.
got my all, I don't
Yeah.
need you. Like, what the fuck?
Okay. Okay. Now, hear it from my point of view. Okay. So let's say you're married, right? You're married to your wife. And let's say you have to go on a business trip. So therefore your wife has to control the home, has to make sure that everything gets done while you're gone. Right, right, right. You don't want a yes man wife. You want somebody that can be able to
No,
hold make sure
ain't
the
nothing wrong with that.
household.
I look, cause
Exactly,
if I'm out of
exactly.
town on some business, I'm gonna say, look, handle this like this, make
My
sure this is
point
straight. I
my
got,
point
but then what I'm
exactly.
gonna do,
You
I'm gonna
don't
make sure I
want
got this money straight for you. I'm gonna make sure I got this straight for you. Everything's set up. So yes, I got you. Yes, okay. When
but
go check this out. Go handle this.
but
Yes, I mean,
what if what if stuff go left? You still gonna need a woman that can be able to lead and be able to guide and be able to listen and understand and be able
and
to
she's
run.
calling me and asking me, confirming every move. Yeah, right. I'm sorry. But I feel you though, Miss Alexandra. I
Yeah.
mean, you're exactly
No,
right. But I dare say it's just a new age of thing with
no, I feel
like
like
you
you
said,
should
the
still
independent
call. I
women.
feel like she should still call her husband and stuff. But like, let's say, okay, you're still like miles and miles away from home. Your wife is still gonna have to make sure everything is still good until you get back. You're able to get back home. Cause I mean, like I mean, you're not there. You're on a business trip, so I mean, y'all can communicate, and she's letting you know what's going on. But she's still gonna have to make sure she's actually physically there to do it.
Okay. Well, I guess that sums up the independence thing. You know what I mean? Because we definitely, as men, are looking for women that are capable and independent that can function. You know what I mean? So,
Hmm.
but I was kind of like I told y'all I was gonna try to tell y'all if we wrapping up a little bit, we're going a little long. But my side little bar about the whole thing. So if y'all see that we got Diddy right here, you know what I mean, and he was engaged to Cassie. I don't know if they got married or whatever, but he was with her for like 7, 8 years, almost 10 years. So the question proposed, all the stuff that happened between them and him, was that what he was looking for in the wife? With all the alleged things that happened? Like, here he's a billionaire. What was he looking? Was he happy with a woman that was, what I'm saying, cool with dealing with other men and having an open relationship? Let's get into that just talk, and we'll keep it short. And I don't want to be disrespect nobody. We all grown, but we can expound upon these things because it is hot in the news with Cassie Ventura and Diddy. Did he look at her as a good wife of material? Just talk show.
Fuck no. Fuck no. That nigga wasn't looking at that. He wasn't
yeah,
looking at that.
SG.
Yeah, go ahead. Go ahead. I'm bad.
Yeah,
Hey,
SG.
them come.
I was just gonna finish out. I was just gonna finish up my little list. I want her to be emotionally stable. I don't need anybody that's
Hmm.
super fragile. Anything I say to her, she go to crying, or it puts her in a different disposition than what it started as. And then my fourth one was gonna be, we need to have chemistry, something that's a fire that's lit between me and her,
Yeah,
and take it
that's
on
exactly
to
right.
an intimate level. So those were my four. I had to finish it on up. But with the Diddy and the Cassie thing, I don't ever think he saw her as a wife material. He never respected her enough. If you gonna respect the woman to the point of you letting male escorts, you know what I'm saying, have intercourse with her and urinating on her and stuff like that, that's nothing that you gonna want a wife. I'm sorry. You know what I'm saying? Even though he
I
eventually
mean, well, I
wifed
mean, what
up
I'm saying, like,
Kim Porter.
I'm not saying not not me or you, CJ, but we saying like for okay, let's say we got like Diddy, I guess he's out there, he doing his thing. I guess he desensitized, you know what I mean? Is that something that he might be
Well,
looking
even
for in a wife? You know what I mean? Something that can
well, well,
you
even
know,
that, e- e- even that with Kim Porter, he had her sleeping with other people. So that is just his level of it. So if he not gonna
yeah.
respect the mother of his kids enough not to let your partner Stevie J sleep with her, you know what I'm saying? That's a problem, man. So his what I'm
So
saying, his
so
fantasies are playing out. He want to get whatever comes in his mind. He wants that fantasy played out. So that's not conducive to having a wife.
so what you're saying is with your wife, it ain't no fantasy play, it ain't no, you know what I'm saying, no extracurricular activities. If your wife is just straight traditional. But what about some guys that might like a wife that spiced it up a little bit? I'm not advocating for either one or two, you know what I mean? I'm just trying to speak for every aspect. Because I was kind of sarcastic about the title. What makes a good wife? Some people might like a submissive woman. People might like a strong woman that's gonna hold it down. Some people might like a wife that get a little freaky. Some like a wife that's reserved. You know what I mean? What do you think?
Well,
I
I
think
don't
Hey,
mind the freaky.
you shouldn't
hey, do
bring
me one.
nobody else into your relationship.
Junior, send me a link real quick on my Facebook Messenger so I can jump in right quick on a different one. I can get off my cell phone. Can you send me that link right fast so I can come in on a different level? I can see it a little better.
Yeah, but look, we about to wrap it
Okay.
up. Just go on and get your final take. We about to wrap it up anyway, man. We ain't want to go this show to go too long.
Yeah,
So go ahead, Professor. Just go ahead and just get your take, and then we'll go ahead and wrap it up.
I look like this. A good wife is a wife that's. I agree with Jr. about it like this. She got to be loyal, but the aspect of you trying to look for a traditional and you trying to make something that's not traditional, non-traditional. When I talk about the eyelashes, just going back to, I know we got ladies in the building. When I'm talking about the eyelashes, look, I don't like eyelashes. I don't need the eyelashes. That don't that don't do anything for me. But there are some men out here that feel like, hey, I want a woman that got these eyelashes or whatnot. The point being is be who you are. Be true to who you are. If you're gonna be true to who you are, then everything can work. But if you're not gonna be vulnerable to the extent of where you're gonna be transparent, and being transparent takes a lot of courage in relationships. A lot of people act like that's just a foregone conclusion. The point being is you got to be transparent. This is not just your life. This is another person's life, and y'all trying to go through a journey together. So how's the journey? I got a doctor that I bump into, and he say, "How's your journey?" And the whole concept is, what's your journey like? Are you coming together, or are you a discord? And you got to decide that. And there's nobody that can make that relationship or that journey better if you're not being transparent and looking into being in that relationship.
So
We
basically, you
won't.
saying you like a chick that if she take the eyelashes off, you still like her. Cause I feel like if you got eyelashes, hey, I like with the eyelashes and without the eyelashes. Transparent. You know what I mean? Like,
I'm,
if I like my woman, I like my wife, I like you either way it go. Me
I'm
personally.
saying I'm saying this. I'm saying this here. If she got these goddamn window washer shields, com lashes, however people may discredit or whatnot, when she is putting on these extra things that are not her, and then looking for a real relationship, it just it's not the same. It don't hold the same balance. The
But you
weight
know,
ain't
you
the
know,
same.
you're speaking about like 75% of black women though, man. Wear eyelash, bro.
Am
Right.
I
And
You
wrong?
you
wear,
want you want
get
a lady
makeup,
to
got
change.
tattoos,
You
wear
want a lady
makeup,
to
get
change
Is
enhancements, they
that
her
get
my
stuff
fault?
every
done,
Hold
bro.
2 years.
on, hold on, hold on. Hold on. Is that my fault? Because I'm looking for 25% or I'm looking for the 75%. That's not my fault.
I think
I
look,
gotta look.
I think we had one of the ladies want to chime in. Let one of the ladies want to
Yeah,
chime in. Let's hear it. Let's talk.
yeah.
That's
We'll wrap it
true.
up.
So you would want a lady to change her everyday appearance. That may makes her feel good to wear lashes.
Why? My thing is why. If your intent is you got to put on fake eyelashes to attract, what are you trying to attract? Something real or something fake? If you're putting on the fake eyelashes, what are you trying to attract? Something real? Cause or are you trying
All
to
right.
attract?
We got a message in the we got a message in the chat, Professor. It say pass the mic. So what we're gonna say is we're gonna hear from CJ and Queen. Let's go ahead and wrap this show up. And Miss Alexandra, Professor, we heard your take. You don't like eyelashes. We don't bring no eyelashes his way. You want to be his wife, but
I'm bringing my
we
way.
got you on that.
Hey, my eyelashes. Hey, just so I can make sure I'm clear, my eyelashes is good. You know what I'm saying? That's natural. That's real shit.
But we ain't talking about
I'm,
you. We talking about one boy. God damn, boy, this nigga here, boy, just
hey,
talk
hey,
stuff.
hey, 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 look, hey,
But look.
they my sidekick.
But look, let's go ahead. Look, Professor, let's go ahead and hear from Queen and Miss Alexandra and CJ. Let's go ahead and wrap this show
Yeah,
up. And we want to hear from all the ladies in the comments about the eyelashes. What y'all think about the eyelashes? Professor crazy about eyelashes? Like, what's up? Let's go. Let's get it. Queen, Alexandra, CJ, let's go ahead and take it out. Final thoughts on wife.
Well, man, I'm
Yeah.
good with the eyelashes or whatever she feels she would like to have cosmetically, man. Me, I'm just a plain Jane guy. I'm just gonna put lotion on my face and keep it going. But if it makes her feel better, hey, do what you feel. As long as it's not, what I'm saying, distracting from, what I'm saying, anything. Because most males, all we do is just shave and get us a fresh cut, and we just roll with it. But it's different with a woman, man. So that's helps build her confidence, and I'm not trying to knock her confidence. So I want a confident woman. I don't want nobody that's a pushover. I want somebody that's independent, like we see it. I don't want just a run of a mill. I want somebody that's made for me. All right, let's hear from the ladies.
Ladies, y'all there? Are y'all still with us?
Yes,
Queen,
I
with
agree with
Queen
I agree
Alexandra, we love to
with
hear from you.
I agree with Junior because I wear lashes. I don't wear them all the time, but it makes me feel just more confident when I have
I
them
love
on.
them lashes. You good, Miss Lady? I love them lashes. I don't know what Ray talking about. I love it. I love the lashes. I like to see a picture of them. And
I'm
yeah,
not I'm not knocking anybody from having self confidence and none of that. That's not what I was talking about. But if it's taken that way, I can't hide my personal opinion about that. What I'm
I
getting
mean,
at is
you kind of out there, bro. But we respect your opinion, man. You're traditional, man. You want your wife, you know what I'm saying, not to have no makeup, no, you know what I mean, no lashes, no, you know what I mean, whatever. But me personally, man, I'm
I'm
gonna
just
let
saying.
Queen finish, but after that, I'm gonna give y'all my criteria, my fault.
Yeah, yeah, but I want
They
to
ain't gonna be
hear
nothing like
from
yours.
I want the ladies to expound on their content. You know what I'm saying? I'm just what I'm saying is it's not an attack on any ladies that's on the cast right now. It's just a point of hey, it's different flavors. That's all. But what I look for is you want the real, give me the real. That's all. That's all I'm saying. Just give me the real and and
We
and I'm
got you on that.
that's
We
all.
got you on that. We got you on that. Let's go ahead and hear from Queen CJ, and we don't, you know what I'm saying. We don't want to take up too much. We don't want to have that main character syndrome. Let's go ahead and hear from Queen and CJ, and then I'm gonna go ahead and get my quick fold, and then we good. My quick fold things I look for in a while, and we'll go ahead and take it up. I think we got CJ. He said what he said. We'll go ahead and get Queen, and then we'll take it out.
I just said what I said. about
Yeah, she
I
see.
mean
Four,
that lashes
four things,
doesn't
comprehensive list.
bring lashes doesn't bring out what's on the inside of a woman.
It don't. It don't. I agree. You right. I agree. It don't.
All
And
right, so last.
you have to see how it makes her feel. Just be like, I want to see the natural you, and see how she feel about it.
I agree. I agree. I mean, look, this ain't no one and done type of situation. Everybody got different situations. You know what I'm saying? Like, what attract you to the next person, and the person that attract to the next person ain't gonna always fit the same. One size don't fit all. That doesn't happen in this life conglomerate. But the thing that we gotta look forward to is, what is your principles? What do you stand on? And that's it.
All
I
right,
mean, I
we
appreciate.
go.
Listen, I'm gonna say this right here, real quick. I appreciate all shapes and sizes because it all brings to the pot. And you got to decide at the end of the day where you stand as far as where you want to have in the pot because it's different sizes, it's different varieties,
All right,
it's different things.
all right,
But
all right.
it,
Look, I'm gonna get my little quick quote. What I'm looking for in a wife. Nipple rings. Shit. Loyalty. Uh, good credit score, financial capability, and like Junior said, charisma. That fire that we can ignite that can't nobody separate us from. You know what I'm saying? But you gotta have them nipple rings though. And then you know what I'm saying? I got you. All right, so
man,
look, this has been a Just Talk show. We're gonna go ahead and take it out.
nipple,
Mr. Professor, we're trying to keep it short. We're gonna go ahead and take it out. Anybody got any final thoughts? We're gonna do it on the intro way out. And and we're gonna do it like this. And we won't go ahead and talk to the subscribers and let them know. Join us and everything.
hey, I'm gonna say this real quick. I'm gonna get my chest off real fast. Hey, I fucks with Skinny G, but if you got nipple rings, go and keep them shits to yourself because the nipple rings don't taste right. You know what I'm saying? You ain't
Hey
keeping
man,
them
listen here,
clean.
man. They for the looking, not the licking, man. Look here, bro. Listen now.
Hey
I said
man,
what my criteria is.
if you just there for the looking, then you ain't there for the sticking. So I don't know what you doing,
All
but I
right,
know what
bro.
I'm
All right,
doing.
bro. All right. We ain't gonna say all that, but all my bitch you got never ring. I don't know what the fuck you talking about, nigga. This is just top show.
Yeah.
Skin.
Hey, hey,
If they
hey,
know, they
all
need to
of them
get
got
some. You want to
nipple
leave wrong? You want me to tell them to pull them out? All right.
pull them out.
But anyway, she don't want to marry my ass, so they don't count. But we appreciate y'all, Miss Queen and Miss Alexandra, everybody that joined. All the ladies, man. Look, this has been the Just Talk Show. We appreciate. We want to drop more episodes for the ladies. We want y'all to tune in, subscribe, tell us what y'all want to hear about. We definitely trying to cater to our female audience. You know what I'm saying? This is Ladies Talk, Just Talk edition of the Just Talk Show. You know what I'm talking about? You know what I'm saying? We in here. We got CJ. We appreciate Queen. We appreciate Alexandra. We appreciate everybody, man. You know what I'm talking about? Go ahead and get in here and like, subscribe, and comment, and do all that. Just talk.
Yeah,
Show.
more content coming, content coming. I want to represent that. Since y'all being here, if y'all like it, love it, subscribe. Yeah,
And yeah, I'm down with the eyelash, nipple rings, and all that. Now, come on, holla at me. Tattoo, I like that too. You know what I'm talking about?
yeah.
Holla at me.
That's my man. Yeah, he ready for you.
Holla at me, wife. If you her, holla at me. Holla at me. All right.
I'm just off the table. Appreciate y'all. Love y'all.